Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on issue 69 of Sonic the Hedgehog IDW Comic Review. Now as you know, we've finally now got issue 69 of the IDW Comic series, and after being on hiatus, it has finally returned. So the cover is meant to feature, Sonic, Amy, and the others in their Riders gear, and this is like the reference to the whole Sonic Riders game and its sequel. And the game, the story mainly starts off on a big Restore Station HQ ship. We see how, Night the Owl is basically the commentator and everything else, and this is like a giant charity event bringing other riders and their gear, like Sonic, Tails and Amy, Leon and Tangle, Jet, Wave, as well as Surge, Kitsumi and that. And we see how they mainly start off the race, and we do kind of see how Tails is also using prototype gear, the same with Sonic, and we see how they're racing it through. And we do kind of see how, Clean and Sleep have their own mockery of Eggman, saying, "But don't take my word for it. Clean and Sleep tell you all about. Oh no, it's Dr. Yoke and his nasty Nick, here to ruin our good clean fun. Ho ho ho! My genius is the most tedious evil. There is Clean Sweep. Will never be able to stop my little littery." Ah! And we see how, this is maybe a mockery of Eggman. So we kind of see how, Clutch is having a cold drink with basically Jules, and we see how Clutch tries to play sweet talk and says, "Listen to Leader Can. I gave you a bit of advice. Being so public, it's a recipe for disaster. An individual is approaching Playable Week. The people need to see the Restoration Nation as an instruction. But nobody can touch this." And we do kind of see how, Jules has to get back to her paperwork. And we do kind of see how, Jet shows up to where Sonic is to cause trouble. And we see how, Sonic basically shows off the prototype gear him and Tails have used. And we do kind of see how, Jet tries to be a little sneaky and tries to throw him off his board. And we do kind of see how Leon says, "International gear collisions are against Clean Sweep policy. As a sweepstake referee, if I see you doing that again..." And we kind of see how, Leon has to be the referee to kind of keep things under control. And we see how a certain device activates, and Amy's gear basically goes haywire. And we see how even Sonic and Tails has to try and rescue her after their gear basically gets haywire. And we kind of see how, yesterday during the evening, we see Clutch talking with Minnick, disguised as a worker, saying, "There you are, Minnick. Come enjoy the sunset with me. I got the rider's registration log. There are some interesting ones you might like to see. These are the people I should be worried about. The Babylon Rogues are notorious. I've dealt with their clean airborne morons, always scrambling for treasure." And we see how, Clutch realizes Amy's at the race, and if she recognizes him, this could be tricky. So of course, comes up with Plan B, and obviously has Surge to help sabotage the other vehicles. And we see how Surge says, "All the sneaking around, that's not our style. If he wants Sonic gone, sure, but we'll do." And we see Clutch showing up saying, "Style left you two nearly dead and hoarding in a hole before I found you and gave you grateful employment at my side." And we see how Surge realizes that, since Clutch basically helped her and Kitsumi, she still basically owes him favors. And we see how, after helping Amy, we see how Leon basically says, "Get off the tracks. You're nearly as big of a hazard as your faulty gear. Leon, what the heck? They're our friends. It sounds harsh, but she's not wrong. The only thing that stopped a power-up was Whisper's good aim. Now, I know we're supposed to see Leon as a bit of a jerk here, but you gotta remember, if you're leading a team, being a referee, and seeing what happened, yeah, you're gonna have to try to be a little hard on others to help them understand their kind of faults and mistakes. And we see how, yeah, Surge and Kitsumi leave and try to finish off the race. And we do kind of see how Jules learns to her dismay Sonic, Amy, and Tails had been disqualified, and of course wants to talk with Sonic, Tails, and Amy about what happened. But we see how, yeah, later in Central City, at a diner, we do kind of see how Sonic, Tails, and Amy find it weird how their gear basically started acting up, and even try to talk with the staff members to little to no avail. So, of course, they decide to try and plan a sort of sneaking before the shuttle takes off the next day. And we see Eggman saying, I wish you showed that kind of compassion for my plans every once in a while. Hello, Sonic. And we see how, yeah, Eggman basically shows up and finds out about the whole clean sweep thing and discovered about them mocking him, as well as what happened with their gear, and offers to kind of help them. So, of course, mainly gives Sonic a special kind of riding gear, but of course, Sonic will basically go in as in disguised, whilst Tails and Amy will go in to investigate, so obviously doing the whole Speed Racer masked identity thing. And yeah, they work out a plan to try and get in. And yeah, the next issue is going to have Sonic in his Speed Racer X gear. So yeah, this issue I think is pretty good. Like I said, we know Clutch is a sly, cocky, as well as a greedy businessman, and will use every trick and tactic to get what he wants. The only problem is, yeah, it's clear eventually Minnick, Surge, and Kitsumi will get tired of taking orders from him and double-cross him, as sometimes working with others by the wrong people is always gonna backfire. So I think this one definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.